Hey guys, November 2019, it's the end of the month, so let's get stuck straight into it. For the month, unfortunately, the website traffic dipped a little, and I am yet to put my finger on what that was. It might be around the reduced volume of new content going onto the website. It might be because there's been a slight adjustment in the Google algorithms as to how they rank your websites and what they're looking for. I will hopefully get to the bottom of that, but unfortunately there's been a small dip. Maybe I just need to keep working on those backlinks and that fresh content, and maybe that's all it was. But one thing which was really interesting is I've started to post on my LinkedIn personal profile instead of posting on my LinkedIn business profile. And now I'm starting to get some new traffic through LinkedIn, and under the social category of referral traffic, I'm seeing that LinkedIn is actually already better than Instagram. So those connections that I've got on LinkedIn, for me, are working a lot better than the 0 followers that I have on my business page. Based on what I've been learning and listening to this month, I think I'll put a bit of budget into LinkedIn paid advertising. Of course, I still need to get my Facebook off the ground, my Facebook and Insta advertising off the ground, but I think I'm going to put a little bit of budget towards LinkedIn as well. So some of the other business stats. Organic went through the roof for traffic sources, which is fantastic. I love seeing organic growing. Referral is also good as well, because if there's someone out there or a page that's referring, then happy days. But it was good to see a bit of growth there in the organic. The social pages, there's been a slight increase on followers, nothing major. The messaging that I'm sending out is pretty consistent. It has been. The frequency in which I'm sending it out has dwindled a little from time to time, but it's mostly consistent. If you were to look at month by month for the last, 6 months or something, maybe there's been 15 or 12 posts per month across the multiple platforms. So per month, if I said, 40 or 50 posts per month, then based on current expectations from the gurus, thanks Gary V, that is well below standard, so I need to pump that up. And on these videos, man, it's still hard to get out there in the public and just record a video where people are looking at me. I'm listening to Gary V and he's like, get over yourself, they don't know you, who cares, blah blah blah. But yeah, I really do need to get over my own insecurities there. So 2020, hopefully there'll be a little bit more outdoor filming. There's been a couple of new inquiries come through, ones which were not expected. So that's always good news to get fresh inquiries coming through and working on them. It's sometimes a little bit challenging though, because one example is a friend of mine. He reached out, said, hey, I want to buy this property. I want to put an offer in. Can we make this happen? I say, absolutely. We put the deal together. We put it in the system. We get the documents issued, ready for signing, and we just got to wait for the agent or the vendor to give us the heads up that the offer has been accepted. So we've invested this time, and both of us have spent, whatever it is, our resource, which is time, and then we don't get anything back because the offer wasn't accepted. So sometimes it's a little bit challenging there to do all that work, but nonetheless, that's part of the sales role. You've got to do the upfront work. You've got to build those relationships. You've got to demonstrate that you're willing, capable, and able to do the work that is required, so that when the sale does actually occur, that's your time, that's your return on investment. So there's some trail flowing through now because I've started to get some loans into the system, but still there's a little bit of a gap, I guess, between if 1 month there's no settlements, then obviously it's just trail, and while the trail's low, then it means that there's very little income for the business and the household there. What that has then resulted in is me reminding myself that I have to be patient. I have to remember that I've been in operation for 10 months. It takes quite a while to get a deal approved, and then settlement to happen, and then payment to flow after that. So just be patient. Wait for it, do the hard work. You've got to stay positive, you've got to stay patient and work through these times, these challenging times. With the personal mood, there's always stuff going on, you know, being busy, life in general, family, running around, and, you know, whether it's going to Sydney, coming back to Newcastle, or I'm the race director of the Bondi to Bronte Ocean Swim. So there's been a couple of meetings and events, and working on the documentation that everyone collectively does within the committee, and then prepping for event day. And in the end, the day was an absolute smashing success. So we had over 2,000 swimmers enter the water across the multiple events. Being involved in that event though, tying that back into the business, is a way that I stay engaged with my community. I was born and bred in Bronte. I know so many people in the area, and it is really a great community to be a part of, to assist the surf club with their event and help them raise funds. And so with that event and everything that's been going on, the client conversations, the moving around, I really felt like I was in the groove. I was just, you know, moving and flowing as I needed to. And the consequence of that though is the impact on the family. There is definitely some impact there, and the running a business, being a single operator, not having the personnel behind you to do some of the tasks that you need. And if you want the reward, the return, then the effort has to be at maximum capacity, really. So anyway, that was my November for my personal investment, I guess. I'm sure December is going to be just as busy as November was. Same for myself and everyone around Australia who starts to really dial things up at this time of year. It's about shaking hands, about relationships, about family, about organising travel plans and everything else that's going on. So now that the Bondi to Bronte is finished, it just moves straight on to the next thing, which is life, I guess, again. So that's November wrapped up. Please give it a like, subscribe. Hopefully my videos are getting better every time. There's a couple of other things that I'm putting out there in the near future. All of this will be going up in 2020. If there's anything that you want to speak to me about, any comments, any feedback, please throw it in the comments section. Reach out to me, shoot me an email, give me a phone call, go to the website, whatever it is that I can assist with. That's what I'm doing all this for. I'd love to be able to help you and my community and anyone who's out there who needs a little bit of support and education.